In this video, we're going to walk through a sample financial aid award letter for an undergraduate student. So first off, an award letter, also known as an offer or the financial aid package, is something you receive in the mail after you've been accepted to a college or university in the United States. So let's say that we've got an award letter. You applied to the Blessed Frog University, which is a fake university, as you can probably tell. And when you get that award letter, first of all, it's going to have your cost of attendance in there. So it's the cost of attendance, if you remember, that's the tuition, room and board, which is your lodging, your meals, and so forth. Also, it's going to have an allocation for textbooks, which are quite expensive, and transportation costs. The college is going to assume that you might want to travel to see mom and dad or grandpa or somebody throughout the year. And then it's also going to have some personal expenditures because they're going to assume that you're going to spend more money than just your basic necessities. So if we add up the cost of attendance at this hypothetical school, it would be $43,500. Okay, so this is just a sample. Now, you're going to see your expected family contribution is also going to be in the award letter, and it's actually probably going to be broken out. It's going to say the parents' contribution and then the student's contribution, but I'm just going to make this easier. Let's just say the total EFC is $1,800, right? So what is going to happen is this. That $43,500 is going to, you're going to take that and then subtract that $1,800. So you're going to have $43,500 minus $1,800, and it's going to say this is your financial need. $41,700. That's your need. Now, the rest of the award letter is going to be detailing how that college is attempting to help you meet that need. So again, the need is $41,700, and then it's going to detail the different grants, scholarships, loans, etc. that you have been offered to attend this university, and it's going to do it by semester. Okay, so you're going to have the fall, you're going to have the spring, and then the total for the entire year. You get the option to accept or reject each type of aid that you're being offered. So let's just assume that you receive a Pell Grant, a federal Pell Grant, and so for the fall you receive $2,000, and the spring would be $2,000. It's usually the same amount each semester, and so the total you'd be offered in Pell Grants is $4,000. And then let's say that the federal SEOG, that's a Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant. That's what that SEOG stands for. So that's another federal grant. Let's say you get $2,000 in that. And then let's just say that the state offers you a $4,000 grant, and then you get a university scholarship. Let's say it's an academic scholarship. Your ACT was really high or something. You get $15,000 from that. And then you get a need-based grant from the university of $6,000. So you absolutely want to accept all of the grants and scholarships that you are being offered. You want to accept all of those. And the reason is that you do not have to pay back any of this money. So if the university offers you a need-based grant, an academic scholarship, the federal government or the state government offers you grants, that is free money. That is free money that you do not have to repay. So you absolutely want to accept all the grants and the scholarships. Now, the second best type of aid is the federal work-study program. So with this, let's say you're being offered $1,500 here. Now, you're going to have to work for that $1,500. However, they're going to work around your academic schedule. It's going to be a lot easier than a normal employer. So they're going to work around your schedule. And this $1,500 that you earn is not going to be counted when they go to assess you for financial aid the next year. So in most cases, you want to accept the federal work study as well, unless you're just in some great financial situation or you just say, hey, look, I just don't think I can do it. Understand that this isn't normal work. It's not like you're going to be at a pizza place and you're going to be really stressed. You might just be in the library or something like that, doing your homework while you work. You at least want to see what job that they were going to have you do with the work study before you reject it. So accept it and then wait and see what the letter is that they ask you to do later. Now, you will also probably be offered some student loans. So not all students are going to get the Perkins loans and so forth. That's need-based. But let's just assume here that you get offered a federal Perkins loan. So that's a subsidized loan. So the government's going to pay the interest while you're in college. That's the best type of student loan. Then we've got federal direct subsidized loan, which is also subsidized. May not have as good an interest rate as the Perkins loan. It depends. You should look at on a year-to-year basis. It could change. But let's say that you get $3,000 in loans for direct sub and $4,000 from the Perkins loans. Now, if you can get by without loans, wonderful. But if you need loans, these are the best types of loans. So you got the Perkins loan and then the direct subsidized. And then next up is the unsubsidized loan, which it's great that it's a federal loan, so there's going to be all these repayment programs to help you if you have issues. But it's not going to be subsidized in the sense that the government is not going to be paying the interest while you're in college. So this would be, if you were going to reject any of this money, any of this different type of aid that you have here, let's just say that you had some extra money or something and you said, you know what, I really don't need some of this aid, what you would be least likely to accept would be the direct unsubsidized loan. So that being the case, you want to understand that when you get this award letter, not only do you have to tell the college, yes, I've decided I want to go to this university and so forth, but you also have to respond to this award letter. And for each one of these items, you have to go through and say, do you accept it or do you reject it? Now, bear in mind that this aid offer might not equal what your need was. Remember, we said that the need was $41,700. So if you add up what you're being offered here, it actually comes to $41,500. So if you take, let's say we've got our need is $41,700, but then the offer, what you're being offered in aid is $41,500. So if you subtract that, you get $200 left over. That means that even after accounting for your $1,800 of expected family contribution, there's still $200 left over that hasn't been covered by the aid. Now that's what you call unmet need. So in some cases, and if you're in a good situation, the college's aid offer will completely meet your needs. So in a great situation, this would be $41,700 and your need would be completely met. But in some cases, you might have this unmet need, and so then you not only need to cover that expected family contribution, but you'd also need to cover that unmet need.